Good afternoon and welcome back to day 2 of the FargoRate sponsored CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open. The battles just keep on coming. Next up, Darren Appleton, the man that you see lagging there at the table. He's done it all against Mieszko Fortunski, the man who could, well, who knows, one day do it all himself. The players are ready, they've lagged. Darren's going to break, I'm ready, and hopefully the man who's joining me fresh from his match against Superman is Tony Robles. Hello, Tony.
How you doing, bud? It's great to be here again.
Doing great, and I'm really looking forward to this again. I know I say it every single time, but the quality that we're seeing is just unprecedented. You know, so many great players.
Oh, yeah.
Doing battle.
And some of them are just playing like so perfect when it comes to everything. Kicks, banks, safety, shot making, position plays. Unbelievable.
Yeah, few struggling with the break, if anything. I suppose that's the only one thing you can say, but then everyone does, whoever you are. So the left-hander from Poland, first chance. Couldn't really do much apart from just pot that slightly awkward cue in, Tony.
Yeah, I don't think that ball goes. I don't think he wanted to leave it there. I think he wanted to get a little straighter so he can shoot the 2 off the 8 and slide the cue ball underneath the 4 or just stop it there. It's a little tricky to play safe from here. Wonder if he's going to try to run into the 6 and bring the cue ball back, either by the 4-8 or the 5-9. Oh, he just tapped it. Oh, that's very nice.
What a great shot
I didn't think
that
he
was.
had. I didn't think he had the angle to do that, but that's a better shot for sure.
Yeah, and it's not easy to get this safe, is it? Because he's
No.
must hit a rail, of course. Just to explain very quickly, guys, if you just joined us, if you're not familiar with this particular format, we're playing 10 ball, it's call shot, 2 races to 4, and if we're level after 2 sets, then we do go to that now infamous, torturous shootout on the 10 ball. So Darren calling his extension. Good time to tell you that each player does have 1 30-second extension per rack, and it's a 30-second shot clock for every shot. Oh, we had a gap.
Oh, wow. He actually hit it.
He
It
actually
didn't look
hit
like
it.
he could hit it. It didn't look like he could hit it. He's looking at it like, well, I hit it.
Here comes the replay. Watch the 2
Look
ball.
at that.
Oh, he just took the paint off it.
Well, he left Mieszko with a shot on the 2, but I don't know if the 4 goes.
Well, he's known as the Butcher, Mieszko Fortunski. So I reckon he'll be pretty good at cutting things in and chopping them down the rail. What do you reckon, Tony?
I agree. I agree. Wondering if he's thinking of playing a safe on the 4 or if he can make it past the 6 and go near the 8 ball. I'm not sure, because he has an angle to do that if that's possible. It might not be a bad shot either. Could even hide the cue ball behind the 7. That's exactly what he's doing. Run into the 8 ball. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Where did that noise come from?
Yeah.
I've never heard that noise from you before. I thought there was somebody else joining us in the
I'm
booth.
sweating the roll. I'm sweating the roll. And Darren, of course, I've always considered Darren the drill master. His channel, the drills that he has in his channel are quite possibly might be the best I've ever seen.
Wow, that's a
mean,
statement.
His cue ball control is ridiculous. Always has been. I think he overhit that.
He has
Can he see the
overhit
7? I don't think he can.
Out comes the jump cue. Talking of Darren's positional play and stuff, do you know, he's just started, I don't know if you noticed this, just started wearing a glove. And never has done, as far as I'm aware. And I've been teasing him about it. Because I think you lose feel with a glove. Do you use a glove?
Yeah, no, I do not.
No, I think you lose feel. Oh, he's had a bit of a roll
I tried
there,
doing
look.
it, but I never had sweaty hands. And I know some people that do have sweaty hands like to use a glove. But it just felt alien to me.
Yeah.
Does it feel smooth? Of course, but it just didn't feel right. But I can understand where you're coming from with the feel of it. Did he get it? Nope.
Didn't quite get it how he wanted. As always, it's not just hitting the ball, because anyone can hit the ball. It's getting the ball safe, isn't it?
Right. It's going to go one rail here, Mark. Have a slight angle on the 8.
Mieszko is one of them players who has, it's fair to say, suffered with, shall we say, showing his emotions at the table. Very, you know, you always know what he's thinking. Can be a little bit tetchy sometimes, but then, you know, I don't mind a bit of emotion. And it goes for a 1-0 lead to the butcher from Poland, Mieszko Fortunski. Just talking about emotion, just watching Albin Ocean against little Riku Romponen, the 14-year-old sensation from Finland. And Riku actually just sent Albin to the one-loss side in a shootout. Played some fantastic stuff. Young Riku ran a 3-pack again.
Wow, that's very impressive. 15 years old, right?
14.
14. Someone told me yesterday he turned 15. I don't know.
Oh, maybe he did. Maybe he did.
Still, either way, it's impressive.
Yeah, to beat a player of Albin's quality, no matter how you beat them, you know, in a shootout even. They both missed one of their first 4, and then Riku won in sudden death. Well, we could have a shootout here, who knows? Mieszko Fortunski breaking off, second rack, leading 1-0. Study this break for us, please, Tony.
Let's see. Let's see if that 4 or 9 go in. The 4 went straight in, right from the center. The 1's going to hang in front of the pocket.
Gone.
Yeah.
Look at this.
He hit
for a
those
break.
great.
Get out the way, 7. Wow, look at this.
I mean, he can still play the 2 on the side. He just has to work a little harder. Look at the cue ball. Watch cue ball. Very nice. Almost made 3 on the break.
Yeah, we know the 10-ball break is notoriously difficult, especially when you're not using a template. We're using the Predator Aero rack. Somebody just come up to me and asked if they could buy one. So I've sold an Aero rack to somebody.
Oh, that's great.
So if you're listening, Karim, I need a bit of commission, Tony.
He's not going to like that.
Jump cue's going to come out here again.
It is just a hair too thick.
Well, they might have to start calling him Mieszko Fortunski, the pilot.
The pilot.
If he keeps jumping this often. Taking off. Oh, it's a great shot, but we've lost the cue ball. Go and pick that ball up for him, Tony.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate when you jump it. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to hit it that hard. It didn't even look like he hit it that hard.
Right on top of it, didn't he?
That's exactly why he jumped off the table.
So Dynamite Darren Appleton won everything there is to win. I was thinking earlier, he was telling me he doesn't like the spot shot. I said to him, well, you invented the spot shot.
Yeah. You
made your bed, now lay in it.
It's funny, right, how you had a format like that and you don't like it. It's not easy. It's not as easy as people think it is.
No. Said himself that he's trying to come back. It's always hard, isn't it, Tony, when you've reached the heights that Darren has, and then your game sort of dwindles away after you've had a little bit of time off.
Yeah, and then you start to doubt yourself. It takes a while to get back. I'm personally struggling with that myself with my game. I actually had a chance to win the second set against Roberto Gomez to take it into a shootout, and I literally missed a 10 ball. It wasn't a hard 10 ball at all either. It's relatively easy.
You told me you didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
You're a pole player. Of course you want to talk about it.
you know, I want the viewers out there to know that we're human too. No matter how many championships you win, you still, it's it's hard to get to the top, but it's even harder to stay on top.
Yep, so we're going to just go for a very short break, guys, but we promise to come back with more great action. Darren Appleton sitting there having a sip of water. He'll be feeling okay. That'll be tasting pretty good. Took the second rack. Comes up to break. The man from Pontefract in Yorkshire.
Made the one straight in the side. Oh, I thought he made the one in the side.
He really gave
that
that some.
That's how fast it was. He didn't make anything, actually.
He gave that some action with the foot. Let's have a look at the replay of this break. Watch his leg. Oh, he couldn't see it from there.
Yeah,
He's
that
done
one ball got
a little
kicked.
bit of a back kick. He almost took a guy's eye out in the front row. I was trying to think of a nickname for Riku Rompinen, and I said something like Rampant Rompinen or something, you know, but he didn't like it because it doesn't translate too well to finish. Oh, he's overcut that.
That was definitely not expected. Yeah, Ron, the pool student right there, he has a YouTube channel he started, instructional, a lot of great content. He's actually the one that hooked me up with the clinic in Michigan. A couple of days ago. Had a blast.
I heard you trying to arrange another one with Superman.
And also with Albin and David Alcaide and Francisco.
You hold so many clinics, you should open a hospital.
But if you've never seen any of Ron's stuff, you should definitely check it out on YouTube. It's called Ron the Pool Student, and a lot of good stuff.
Okay, nice straight in 3 for Darren. Draw back. Looks pretty tight, this.
Yeah, he can probably fit one Mack truck in there.
In that tiny tunnel created by the 8 and the 9 ball. Natural angle to get him to the 5. Oh. Yeah, I thought that was tight. Really surprised. I think he underhit that. He wanted to be further straight. He wanted to be straighter on the 4, so he was looking straight to the pocket.
He overcut it a bit, yeah. He needed to hit it to the right side of the pocket. He hit it to the left side of the pocket, unfortunately. That's why he ran into the 9.
Well, we have the ice man, Mika Immonen. I've got a friend of mine, Jonas Ottonen, says, how about the ice kid?
Oh.
For Riku, that's not a bad idea. You're going to have to change it, though, when he grows up.
Well, you still need to run it by him to see if he likes it.
No, we can call him what we want.
This one, I don't think he needs to hit it that hard. I kind of like if he can go across better, so that way he can avoid the worrying about the 10. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter which pocket he makes it in, the 6 ball, because the 7 is right in front of the side.
Yeah, just stun this in, just stun off the rad a little bit.
More like a preference. Did he overcut it? Yes, he did.
I don't know why he's tried to run that. Why didn't he just take a little stun off the side rail, Tony?
It's preference. It's preference, yeah. It's player preference. Some players feel more comfortable sunning it. I thought given the angle he had, I thought the correct shot was rolling it. I feel very comfortable with that shot. The only difference is he just hit it too full. So I can tell you this, Darren is ridiculously happy to be back at the table.
Yeah, a bit of a nervy start by both of them, isn't it? First rack, first set rather. Not sure if Darren's been on this table yet before. I don't think he has. Three rails.
Is it me or is Darren playing with an extension? Yeah, he's playing with an extension.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he started using an
You
extension.
know, I think Jason Shaw put him
Oh, he just took it off, I
onto
think.
that.
Maybe he decided to finish a rack with it. I don't know.
I think he needed it maybe for the 9-ball and then just didn't bother taking it off for an easy 10.
He probably used it for the 5-ball after Mieszko missed it.
Yeah. Reminds me of a famous 147 made by Ronnie O'Sullivan, the quickest one ever, 5 minutes, 20 seconds.
Wow.
And he actually dropped his chalk on the green ball, I think. So four more balls to make. And he dropped his chalk, and because he didn't want to break his rhythm, he didn't bother picking it up, and he played the last 4 shots without chalk in his cue. And at the end done the very famous pose with his hand above his head, saying, "No chalk, no chalk."
That's awesome.
And
Look at
there's
that
a
cue.
beautiful butterfly cue that he's playing with. And that's part of the Predator Carom series butts. Look at that, all the way up. It's like a lift, an elevator going up to the top floor, to the tip floor. Oh, don't start me on.
Oh, he's going from the center. Let's see how he does here with the break. Ooh, didn't hit the ball dead square.
Oh, how has that 8-ball not gone in?
Yeah.
How did that not drop? Oh, he's left the start up.
See, he's fortunate not to scratch on the side. He hit the one on the left side, which is probably the reason why he didn't make anything. He's going to play it safe here. Has to hit it with enough speed in order to avoid giving up the 8, possibly.
Yeah, this is... oh, we're playing 10-ball. You must call the shot. You can only call one shot. What do you call here? 8-ball.
Yes, sir. I will call the 8-ball and send the cue ball past the 9, 1 rail, and try to play the 1 ball in the opposite corner pocket, opposite of the 2-3. If he can hit it thin, he might be able to get away with playing in the same pocket, but he still has to hit with enough speed to get it past the 3. There you go. He overhit it though, did he? Yeah, he overhit it by a bit. But that was a shot to try to play position.
Though, Tony, I think.
Yeah. No, with the 8 out of the way there, Mark, now he has room to not just bank it, but go 3 rails and play position for the 2 in that pocket, in the same pocket as the bank. Just don't overhit it. Don't overhit it.
He's overhit it.
Don't overhit it. He overhit it.
Get that jump cue out, Darren. I mean, I know he's a great kicker, but sometimes jumping, you know, you can make a ball, right? You can actually go for the ball. So I think he's going to bring the jump cue out here, surely.
I think he's going to kick it. I think he fancies a kick.
Wow. Tough
How good he hit that one.
Tough shot.
Wow.
He
hit it exactly where he needed to in order to miss it. You know how hard it is to do that? When you hit it, if he hits a ball first, right before the rail, he makes it. If he hits the rail a hair higher, he makes it. But he hit it exactly where he needed to miss it.
I'm really good at missing shots. Tony and I had a little game last night, didn't we, Tony?
Yeah, we wound up 2-2. Mark's a hell of a player. Don't let this man fool you. He plays.
No, I don't.
Playing some 8-ball, and he ran out on me twice. One time I broke, I didn't make a ball, and you didn't let me shoot. I started wondering, the questioning, whose kid is this? Well, let's see if the 3-ball goes in. If not, he's probably going to play it safe. Oh, wow, the cue ball's going to go straight in. I know, there's no doubt in my mind, he meant to hit that 2 fuller than that.
There's Dennis Grabet in the background. You might have just seen on one of our outer tables. Other games going on. We will keep you up to date with all the latest scores, guys. If you can't wait for me to tell you, you can go to probilliardseries.com, and everything you need to know is on the FargoRate sponsored Ohio Open page. It's the brackets, the prize money, the schedule, latest scores, everything you need. How's it looking?
I wonder if he can go 2 rails here. I like going 2 rails here in order to avoid all that traffic and leaving the cue ball on the side of the table where there are no balls. I mean, if he might consider going 1 rail, but I don't know if he wants to go past the 9-ball, between the 9-ball and the side pocket. I like going 2 rails with low right.
He might even go 3 here.
Yeah, 3 rails. No, he didn't underhit it. For a second there, I thought he underhit it, but he's good.
We've had some great stuff this morning already. Woo Kun Lee was the first victor on this table, and then we just had Ko Ping Chung beating Sanjin Perlovanovic. Yeah, beat him in 2 straight sets.
Do you overhit that? No. For a second there, he might have overhit it a bit. Now he might have to either roll it in or draw. And don't be surprised if he tries to go bottom rail and back up too. Some players just feel more comfortable hitting this ball with a little speed as opposed to rolling it in.
You see the arena, local man from Michigan actually, Jeremy Seaman in the background.
He's going to shoot in the corner instead.
Yeah. Nicely played, nice angle on the 9-ball. Play the 10 in the same pocket, looking good.
And this is to tie it to a piece.
Another player I enjoy watching, Mieszko. Gets on with it, doesn't hang around. You'll barely hear the shot clock beep when he's at the table. We're all level 2-2, and we're just going to go for a very short break, guys. See you soon. Well, Tony and I are sat here looking forward to the next game as that man is in the chair. Mieszko Fortunski just waiting for the balls to be racked. He will be breaking. Winner breaks format here. 10 ball, cool shot, 2 races to 4. They're both halfway to the first set. Who's going to get on the hill first? Well, we're going to find out. Quick thank you to all our sponsors, of course. Alpha Coin, FargoRate, our main sponsor for this event. Medaya Light, Seabirds Billiard Supplies and CSI, and Predator Cues. Here we go.
Well, the 2 ball didn't go straight to the side that time.
4 railer, no. Dry.
This is an open table. The 9 does go too.
Very clever what Darren did there. Just while Mieszko was having a long look at the table, Darren just sat in his chair, didn't get out.
Gradually trying to establish a nice rhythm.
Just overhit it slightly, shake it ahead.
Yeah, he overhit it a bit. I don't know if he's going to play the 4 in the corner or in the opposite corner. Oh, so he is going to go for the side. His cue ball is so awesome. His control is amazing.
Must be all those drills he does.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Are you a big fan of drills?
When I was younger, all I did was drills. You know, I don't do them anymore. But yeah, I do believe in that drills help your game. Absolutely.
So, straightforward draw, would you say, Tony, from this?
If he can draw it past the point where he's shooting from, even if he leaves it there, he's in good shape, as long as he has an angle to come back down for the 8.
Oh, he's overdone it a bit, has he?
I think he's good there.
He's okay.
Remember, we're talking about the drill master.
That butt he's got on that cue there, I'm pretty sure he's a Sang Lee, which is part of the Karam range. The great Sang Lee, of course. Great 3 cushion player. How'd you go about getting on this? I think he can get straight on it, can't he?
I think he's going to want an angle on the 9 so he can play the 10 in the same pocket. Well, if he has a cut here, he's definitely going to either play in the opposite pocket or go forward. Kind of tough to tell. He's going to hit it low. All right.
Yeah, just don't try and get too clever.
I'm just surprised he didn't go on the other side of the 9, though.
So, Dynamite beginning to ignite. Goes 3-2 up on the hill. And the games just keep on coming here, guys. We've got another one for you at 5 p.m. And I'm telling you, it's a cracker. It's Alex Kazakis against David Al-Qaedi.
Oh, yeah, that's a great match.
2 former Moscone Cup players.
And they also played in the finals of the World Pool Masters. Remember when David banked that 9 ball?
Don't remind us. Well, don't remind Alex. You can tell me.
Alex will tell you he's over it.
Oh, he certainly is.
He's definitely become a better player because of that.
Yeah, I mean, he absolutely destroyed SVB, didn't he, in the
9-0.
Masters? 9-0.
Played absolutely perfect.
The time Kelly Fisher famously gave Alex Kazakis a slap round the face and said, "You can do it. Now get out there and show me."
That's
he
right.
went out there and beat SVB 9-0.
Almost looked like he was going to scratch.
Yeah,
It's always nice to make a ball on the break when you're on the hill and have the opportunity to run up, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
He's just struggled, hasn't he, with this break? Darren's left a hair on the table. Oh, no, it can't have been Darren.
Where's Johnny Archer when you need him? Johnny Archer's famous for doing that.
What?
For picking stuff up.
Oh, really?
Supposedly imaginary stuff.
Ah.
Well, let's see if he pockets it. Soft follow. Let's see how he hits it. Hit it great.
Oh, great shot. Mieszko.
Nice angle on 2. I think he has an angle. A slight angle. Hit the center of the pocket there.
I've always wanted to ask him why his nickname is the Butcher, but I'm too scared.
Wonder if he's going to play it, if he's going to draw it back, or if he's going to slide it over past the 5. Nope, drew it back. And I kind of like that better because you're placing the cube on the side of the table where there's no traffic.
Yeah, can avoid the 10 here with a cue ball. Back up for the 3. For the 4, sorry.
Yeah, he might go 2 rails here. Oh, wow. He did go 2 rails, but he missed it. Yeah. He's not himself today. It's uncharacteristic of him to miss the type of shots that he's missing.
Yeah, didn't play it with a lot of confidence.
But this is big. This is big for Darren.
Wow, that's just unforgivable.
Wow.
I'm sorry, there's no defense for that. That's just a terrible miss. And he'll be disgusted with that.
Yeah, that was an opportunity to take the first set. Now he's giving him the opportunity to tie it hill and possibly take the first set. So let's see if he decides to go 2 rails for the 4 on the side or come 1 rail. Goes 2 rails, doesn't want. Surprised he did that. I guess it looks like he might have tried to hit that 7. I think he was trying to hit the 7. That's what it looked like.
Well, if you couldn't see the faces of these 2 players, you would never say it's Mieszko Fortunski against Darren Appleton.
Yeah.
I mean, the shots that are being missed at the moment, maybe they're just cancelling each other out. You know, both want to win so much.
It happens. It really happens. Sometimes you think you're playing well, you feel fantastic, and look, you almost missed that one.
All about the confidence. You can have the best stroke, the best pool knowledge in the world.
Doesn't mean a thing if you can't execute. Same pocket.
But you do need a good stroke as well, of course. You need everything.
Well, that always helps, of course.
It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing.
The poet is back. So let's see if he decides to draw this back about to where it's at now. This is assuming he's straight. If he's not straight, he's going to have to draw towards the 7.
He's just off, I think, Tony. Yeah.
You did good. I think he had that kind of angle. You did good. That was a good shot. It looks like he might be playing the 9 ball, the 8 in the same pocket as a 9 ball. Oh, he's hitting it with inside spin. He is.
Played.
I mean, that shot makes more sense because he's going right towards the 8. Not that he wouldn't be going towards the 8 if he decided to go the 2-rail route. I think he wants a little more angle than that. He's going to have to stun it 1, possibly 2 rails here. Maybe even hit the bottom rail. Well, this is to tie it hill, hill. And we have a time match.
Let's just go around the room very, very quickly.
With Mieszko to break, hill, hill.
So early results, if you didn't hear about them, Alexa Pachel beat Reed Ting, 2-0. Now, here's a nice story. Ernesto Dominguez, the guy responsible for, or one of the guys responsible for getting all these great Predator tables ready. Father, of course, of the famous Oscar Dominguez, who's going to represent your country in this year's Mosconi Cup. Ernesto had a 2-0 win, so he's still going well. Just looking around the room, Piers Labutis is 3-2 up against Jani Sikkanen. Let's back to the action. Mieszko to break on the hill for the first set.
See if he makes that 8 or 9 in the side pocket. Nope, not even close. Not even close. The one went straight in the corner, though.
The one's gone. The 3 nearly went in the side.
I mean, that almost looked like he broke a 9-ball rack. When you break a 9-ball rack, the balls hit much lower when you're breaking from the center. That's because you don't have as much weight in the back of the rack like you would with the 4 balls. See, look where the 8 and the 9 hit, like right by the first diamond. That's where they normally hit when you break from the center and 9-ball. Very strange. Well, he has to come up with a shot here. Because the 3, I mean, it's not like he has to do anything special with the cue ball.
Yeah, he's got
Still
to
has
go
to avoid
this, hasn't he?
getting behind the 5 or the 7 or even the 6.
Yeah, indeed.
Got away with it, though.
Now, does Darren jack up, jump over the 6 and call the 9?
Yeah, I think you got it. If you have to, if you have to jump, you definitely have to call the 9, because if it goes in, you still shoot. If he fails to call it and makes it, he loses his turn. I mean, it's very tough to play it safe here, I think. So he's going to kick 1 rail. I guess he's going to try to hit the 2 thin and try to bring the cue ball 3 rails underneath the 6.
This is a tough shot.
Yeah. Oh, he just tapped it. I'm surprised he did that. It's very tough to defend yourself hitting it that soft, because the 9-ball's the only ball there. I mean, if I had to take a guess, maybe he tried to just stop the 2 by the top rail. But even then, if you do that, you might give him a chance to put you behind the 9. Who knows? We're pool players. We have crazy thoughts. The 8 and the 9 might be a little tricky unless he feels comfortable with that combination.
He could always play short side on the 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, the 7 is in a nice spot to end up going right in between the 8 and the 9 if you decide to go 3 rails.
Couple of little stop shots here. Just below center on the cue ball. I'm going to ask Tony some questions. I'm going to ask you some questions about technique and stuff in the second set. Get a bit of that knowledge out of that tremendous brain of yours, that pool brain, which I think knows more than most in the industry.
Let's leave it more or less where it's at now. Now let's see if he decides to hit this with Eagle. This is a tricky shot with inside spin. Under the gun. Hill, hill, first set.
You just drag it in, I think.
Yep, that's a
Yeah,
shot.
I
That's
like
a
just
shot. That's how you got to
dragging
hit it.
Beautiful.
Did he get enough angle, though? I don't know. It's tough to tell from here.
He has a slight angle, just a slight angle.
Yeah, he has enough to stun, follow it. Just put a little bit of left if he wants to go between the 8 and the 9. If not, he has to make up his mind before he shoots. Might even want to go 3 rails if he feels comfortable that route. Just go towards the 8. Overhit it.
Hit the 9, maybe.
No, he didn't overhit. He's good.
Okay.
I thought he was going to end up frozen on the rail the way that ball was going. Still needs to get nice on the 9 ball in order to get to the 10. I kind of like going 3-4 rails on the 10 ball. I mean, on the 9 ball for the 10. Uh-oh, Mark. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Wow.
What a match changer that could be. Well, it's going to be the first set now, surely. Darren Appleton just needs to get a decent angle on this 9 ball.
Ooh, he came a little short there. But Darren has it's pretty much
Are you drawing
given
this?
new life
Low
by
left.
missing that 8 ball. I don't know if he can hit it full enough to beat that scratch. It's kind of tough. Let's see if he can hit it full enough to get it past the side pocket. If not, he's going to have to go back and forth. Look. Uh-oh. He did not hit that good. Let me see. Oh, he hit it.
Come the wrong.
Wow.
Was he trying to get the other side?
Yeah, no, it's just, it was the angle that he had. It was that in-between angle where if you draw too much, you might. I thought the cue ball was going to come off the bottom rail and end up, further. Like parallel to the 10.
Well,
that was a good shot.
Got a good 10 ball. Do you go for the bank here?
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. When the safety is as hard as the shot, you have to go for the shot.
I'm going to get a T-shirt made with that on.
But it's true, because what's the point of hitting this soft and then if you don't execute the safe, you leave the ball right in front of the pocket. At least this way, you're giving yourself a chance to win the rack or the set.
I can't put all that on the T-shirt, Tony.
Nope, overcut it. Now the question is he going to leave Darren an easy 10 on the side? Nope. Whoa. Darren's still going to have to earn it.
Still work to do.
This stroke has always been so accurate because of how short it is. It's a more compact hit. See, look how good he hit that.
It's there,
Fantastic
it's there.
shot.
First set to Darren Appleton. Great stuff, and we'll be back after a very short break, guys. Don't go anywhere. Set number 2 coming up. Welcome back. Well, Darren Appleton broke off in the first set. It's Mieszko's turn this time. Darren winning the first set, as you might have seen. 4 racks to 3 on your screens there. Mieszko needs to win this one to force a shootout. Referee Dwayne Payne respotting the 10, of course, which went down on the break, and famously, Tony, the rule was changed because of what happened in the final here last year when Mario He broke off and made 2 consecutive golden breaks to go 2-0 up. He then proceeded to play a 2-10 combo in the next one against Roberto Gomez. Roberto Gomez then made a 110 combo in the very next game. It was like 3-1 within 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, I believe it. There was also a match where I don't know if it was Thorsten Homan.
Yes, it was Thorsten and Jeremy Seaman. Remember it well.
I think it was Jeremy that made the 10 ball like 3 times in one set, or?
Yes, it was.
Wow, he hit that so perfectly that the cue ball stopped and one came right back and hit it.
Talking of 110s, does the one go past the 10?
I think he's going to just lightly tap it. Did he get the cue ball? He hit it great. So he lightly tapped it and sent the cue ball behind the 3 ball. Look, nice light tap. Pink.
Yeah, used the squeeze that took all the pace out of it, didn't it? Clever shot. Who's got the best stroke in the world right now?
You do.
Come on,
Where
seriously.
you played against me last night?
Who's got the best stroke in the world at the moment?
Oh, they have so many great players, Mark. It's just to pinpoint one. It really is.
Have a think about it. I've got my thoughts.
Look how good he hit that one, Mark.
Oh,
look how good he hit that.
Oh, he's got the hook.
That was
well
like
played.
Efren-like.
Yeah, Darren is well known for his great kicking ability, tremendous knowledge of the game.
I mean, he had to hit it absolutely perfect in order to avoid the scratch. If he hits it any thinner than that, he might scratch in the side.
I mean, you know, shots like that, they deserve to go on the show reel as well. Terrific shot. And it's paid dividends because...
Ooh, he double kissed it. He didn't want to do that.
He's left it on. Well, what's he done here?
I think he's playing the combo.
I thought he was going to go behind the 9 ball for 1 second.
Now the 2 comes off the rail a bit. He plays the 2 ball in the same pocket.
Nicely played.
Now all he has to do is negotiate his way around the 6 ball. I wonder if he's thinking of, if he can get past the 6, he's going to shoot the 3 in the corner. If not, he's going to end up playing. Let me see. Oof, the combination. I was going to suggest if he decided to go that route, but I don't think he got.
Oh, look where he's
get the
gone.
roll. That was not as easy as people think it might be. That 6 ball is a big ball there. It's very, very hard to get away from it.
Can't slide off it and get behind the 6. So, well, he hasn't played a good one here.
I mean, Mieszko would have to hit this absolutely perfect to get it by the 8, and still has to come up with a good shot on the 4. And it's like he's not capable of. He lives for shots like that.
Oh,
that's
nice
a better
safety.
shot.
What a safety shot this is. Good effort.
One thing that I've noticed is he used to be a much more aggressive player. The old Mieszko would have gone for that. Whereas this one, he's playing smarter. He's playing smarter, and that's how you should play in championship.
Yeah.
Did he get there? Did he get there?
Big pocket with the 8 ball. ABC using all the pocket off of the rail onto the 8. Nicely played. Thought the 10 was going to go at one stage, Tony.
Yeah, I wonder if he has an angle to put the cube. No, he has to go for this. Doesn't have an angle to play safe. Oh wow, he hit the point. He hit that point.
Yeah, he's pointing to the point.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's an
Overcut.
overcut.
Is he gonna leave him a shot?
Is he going to get behind the 8 ball? No. Nice, perfect angle on this 6 ball.
Yeah, 2 rails over here. Getting another 2 rails over here to the 8.
Very
Yeah,
nonchalant.
he's going to start shooting faster, and I'm very familiar with that technique. When you're struggling a bit, you just start getting into free stroke mode.
Yeah, one
And
stroke.
just saying, yeah, just saying, let me just force my way into stroke.
So come on, talking about strokes. I mean, I'll name my 3 favourite to watch. One
To
is,
watch because of the stroke.
yeah. One is FargoRate.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is Tyler Steyer. I
Yep.
like to watch him play.
Yep.
And I saw a young Vietnamese guy this morning. Goes by the name of Hung Se.
Hong Se.
Yeah. Duong.
Yeah, I think I haven't watched him play, but I saw he was playing a match.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to
Duong
watch
Hong.
him.
I want to say.
Well, there's someone that I didn't even get to watch him play in Atlantic City last week because I left after I got knocked out of the U.S. Open. But there's this kid that played in the junior that finished in 2nd place, Trenton White.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, that kid is going to do some major damage in his
Yeah,
career.
he's one of Joey Gray's students. Looks a bit like Jesus Atencio as well. He's got the same hairdo going on. There we see the 10 ball going in again. We spotted. No golden breaks. No blue cheese. Yeah, I think just
they
keep that
overhit it.
same pace. Keep the same pace up, Mieszko.
No, he's shooting fast. He's shooting faster. He's going to come 1 rail for this 4 on the side. Just make sure he gets past the 10. Oh, I was going to say just make sure he got past the 10. He ran into the 10. Draw back a bit, like about a foot.
Jack up. He's okay.
Might even be able to stop it there. Go 2 rails for the 6.
Keep going, Mieszko. We're playing speed pool here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? Very nice pace, very nice speed.
So fluent.
He's always played his best when he plays fast, too.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know,
Overhit
when you
that one a bit.
play quick, you play a little bit too quick. That's the only problem with that. If you haven't got the same, you know, every single time, you tend to just get quicker and quicker the more confident you get. But this is going well for Mieszko. It's good to watch. Reminds me of Tony Drago.
I love Tony. Tony's amazing. I've always loved watching him play, too. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
The Tornado, right?
Yeah, from Malta.
Mm-hmm.
Tony the Tornado.
It's like I said, he's forcing himself into that stroke by shooting a little quicker, which gives him less time to think.
Within a few seconds, it's 2-0. So, who do
So you
you
see,
like?
as I said earlier, Ron, this pool student is there. He has a YouTube channel. And,
Oh, which one is he?
he's the one with the red shirt. That's Ron right there.
This one, this getting on Ron.
Yeah.
Come on, there he is.
I mean, you have so many great channels there, Mark. You have Ron the Pool Student. You have Little Chris. You have Nate Tam. You have Jaworski Pool Practice. Brian from FX Billiards. I mean, the list goes on and on. They have so many great channels out there. Sharavari.
Oh, I was just going to say, let's get in those eyes of Mieszko Fortunski. There's a dejected looking Darren Appleton.
I would say Mieszko has awoken.
Yeah, he has. He's woken up. He's ready to carve up the field.
Yep, I like it. Just in time for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah,
carve up that turkey.
Absolutely.
Well, I could tell you this. Darren is no turkey. I guarantee you that. So So if he's going to do some carving, it's going to be on the pool ball.
Where's
Oh,
the cue
look at
ball? It's in the drink.
Fresh new opportunity for Darren. Unfortunate for Mieszko.
Yeah, he was just getting up ahead of steam there. Now a chance for Darren to come back. Come on, Dazza. It's so great, you know, Tony, to see somebody who's done everything in the game to still have that hunger and want to come back and do it all over again. Put yourself through that anguish, all the drills and the practice and the travelling.
Yeah.
He's
it's
still
a tribute
hungry.
to the championship mentality that he's always had. You know, I was talking to Albin yesterday, or we were driving here, and Albin said he had an opportunity to play in the Chinese 8-ball and how difficult it is. And he finished 4th one time. But I said what this man shooting here right now, Darren did, he won the Chinese 8-ball the very first time he played in it. You know how incredible that is? I mean, that's unheard of. I don't think anyone's ever even come close.
Yeah, I've played Chinese 8-ball. It's very difficult.
Ooh, very nice going off the 9 to go 2 rails and changing the angle off the 9. That's great.
Yeah, see, that's...
Look at that, look at that. He just changed the angle coming off the 9 just so he can hit where he needed to.
That's clever. That's a shot of an experienced
straight pull
shot maker,
yeah.
right?
Now 1 rail, shoot the 7 in the side of the corner.
No one strikes the ball better than Darren when he's right in dead punch stroke.
Don't have to do anything fancy. I kind of like moving the 9-ball a bit, see? Because if you move the 9-ball, you put it in a better spot to make it easier to get on it, number one, so you don't have as shallow of an angle. Now by moving the 9-ball there, he has the entire pocket to work with. That's another straight pull shot. It's called the make your life easier shot.
Are you going to go and have a look at the straight pull?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the straight pull.
Are you participating?
Mm-hmm.
Are you commentating?
There's a good chance I might be commentating too, yeah. Oh, look, he's going into 3-stroke mode. He just 1-stroked that one.
Great stuff. And come back to see a little bit more after the break. Welcome back, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen around the world, pool fans. How you doing? We're here at Roberts Arena in Wilmington, Ohio. Darren Appleton. Another good break this time though from Darren. I think it's the first time he's made a ball actually on the break.
King very close to scratching there.
Now, can he just draw off this 1-ball, cue ball behind the 8-10?
He might be able to make the 1-ball.
You think so?
It might go. It's a steep angle, but if he doesn't like it, he can always try to draw back a bit and place a cue ball underneath the 10, behind the 10 or the 8. Oh, a little draw shot right there.
He's got the 1-rail escape.
I might consider going 3 rails here so you can send the 1 ball up table.
Calling it.
Hitting it 1 rail. Yeah, hitting it 1 rail it's more difficult to hit 2.
Especially when you're so close to the rail you're coming off, Tony, isn't it? It's so hard to see the angle.
This is an opportunity for Darren to tie it up 2 apiece.
Well, we had Mieszko on the hill to win the first set. Missed that 8 ball down the rail. Does have a 2-1 lead in this one, though. But Darren ball in hand, you'd fancy him running this little.
Yeah, he shoots a 2 on the side, comes off 1 rail for the 3. Did he get too straight on that 2 ball? Let's see if we can get a look at that. A little straight, so he's just going to have to draw back just a little bit. Maybe even 2 rails.
Oh,
I like the 2 rail,
stroke.
yeah.
Beautiful stroke.
Overhit it a bit.
That's what happens, doesn't it? When you start to stroke the ball beautifully, then you need less power because you're just getting through and more action from the cue ball.
Look at the action there, look.
Look at that, zipped off the new cloth.
So I guess he's going to try to go across. He's hitting it high. He hit that great. Now if you just bump the 6 ball a bit here.
It's worth remembering this is a 1-loss side match, and the loser of this will be going home.
Let's see if he decides to bump the 6 ball a bit. Yep, perfect.
Very nice.
Now he can go 2 rails by the center of the table for the 8. He's looking to see if the 8-10 is dead. Wonder if he has enough angle to go 2 rails and play the 8 in the side pocket. If not, then he's just going to play it in the corner. Did that ball just dive at him?
Just checked off the rail. Seemed to have a little bit of left-hand English there, Tony, and just held it slightly off that back rail. Still
so
on it, though.
The question here is if he hits the 10 slightly on top, he might be able to come off the 10 and hit the 9. Maybe the 9 will go 1 rail. If he hits a 10 dead straight and the cue ball follows through the 10, then he's good.
It's gone wrong.
Yeah, he hit the other side of the 10.
Called the 10 ball, sorry, the 9 in the side, the bank shot. Good recovery,
nice.
Good recovery. There you saw him hit it a little bit harder to straighten it up. In goes the 10 ball. Good chance to mention. Come Saturday, we will have 2 semi-finals for you and a final. Everyone playing for a first prize of $25,000, 15 to the runner-up, Tony. That's decent money, and it doesn't come without some great sponsors, and we've got a few of them, and we're very thankful to them all. Mainly for this one, FargoRate. Everyone knows FargoRate. It's the scale that everyone's judged on, basically, throughout the world, on how good you are. It's a handicapping system, so thanks very much to FargoRate, also to Alpha Coin. If you're interested in some cryptocurrency, lift up the cushions on the sofa, have a look under the bed, and invest it in some Alpha Coin. Medea, light, of course, Seaburts, everything you need for Paul, and CSI and Predator cues.
Oh, fortunately he scratched.
Finds a little smile there, and
yeah,
he got that horrible kick. It's like side-swiped it, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was like a slap round the head, that one, Tony.
But isn't it amazing how when the ball comes and just makes contact, it hits it absolutely perfectly to go straight in the hole. Hits it anywhere else, it doesn't go. Let's see if he continues a pace that he had before. I think he will.
honestly think it's what works best for him.
Yeah.
And you
And
can.
I don't see any problems here, Mark. If he shoots that 4 on the side and then stops in the cue ball, 6 ball in the corner. If he has an, 6 ball in the corner, 7, 8 to the 9. It's like almost like a connect the dots. The 6 is above the 7, so it's perfect there. The 7 is right where it needs to be by the puck in order to get to the 8. And the 8 is low enough to where he can shoot the 9 either in the corner or in the side pocket.
Well, if every player in the world shot this quick, the shot clock makers would go out of business.
Yeah.
And, this is a great advert for Paul as well. People just tuning in on the off chance now, watching this, will think, wow, this is entertaining.
Yeah.
Other than when it's some are a bit slow, you have to be honest.
Yeah.
There's some players just a little bit slow, and you keep hearing the shot clock going off. And we're going to go off very quickly, but we're going to come back like a shot clock very quickly. And we're back just in time to see the butcher hopefully carve up this rack, make a ball, and send us into a shootout. Well, it's looking pretty dry to me, unless the 2 ball does something. No, it's not going to. Oh, did he make a ball? No. Oh, Darren was just sitting there as if he'd made a ball. I know Darren's not a fan of the shootout. As we said before, you invented it.
He still works on the spot shot. I'm pretty sure he does.
He does, yeah. Him and Jason, I watched them at the World Team Championships in Austria. Back in, I think it was July, was it? I think it was July or August. And they both made 15 in a row, him and Jason Short, without missing.
Wow, look how good he hit that, Mark. What a
Beautiful shot. Round of applause as well, and deservedly so.
That was one hell of a shot. And he had to hit it with absolute perfect speed. I would hit this with speed. I wouldn't hit this soft.
Just try
Hopefully
and
make
hope.
something happen.
Well, he's left it. He's left it.
Yep.
Nice angle on it as well for Darren to run down for the 2.
Darren has a big advantage here, considering the fact that the 6 is in the same vicinity up table with the 7. So it'll make it easy for him to play it safe in the 7 should he decide to do so.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, when he gets onto the 4 ball, would he be tempted maybe to disturb them over there because the 5 is near?
Only if he can gets an angle where he can run into the 9 first and then the 8. Because if he runs into the 8 first and the cue ball pushes forward, there's a good chance he might end up behind the 9 and the 7. So it all depends on how he gets on the 4.
Yeah. Darren, if you don't know, is also a very, very keen fisherman. He loves going fishing.
So let's see if he can avoid running into the 8 over here. If he runs into the 8 and hits the bottom of it, he's still good either way, but I don't think he's going to move the 8 much. Who knows? He might even open it up a bit. Main thing is to focus on making the shot.
Oh, it's gone worse.
That's actually better because the way it was before, if he had played safe on the 7, the 8 and the 9 were still kind of tied up. Now that he separated a bit, he doesn't have to worry about not having a pocket for the 8 ball. Should he get ball in hand? Should he decide to go that route?
Just makes the position on the 7 a little bit more difficult. Oh, lovely little soft stun there. Can he go? He wouldn't play this short side, would he? Surely.
I think the safe thing to do here is to play safe. See, that's what he's looking at. That's a smart shot. If you have an opportunity with a breakout and that you're not guaranteed a shot versus a guaranteed safety, you have to play the percentages. You have to tell yourself, instead of me making a mistake, why don't I let my opponent make the mistake? Make it more difficult for them. He went for it. I'm surprised he did that. I'm surprised he did that, but he went for it. Now he's just going to hit it super thin. Make sure you hit it with a nice speed, enough speed to make sure the cue ball reaches the rail. Doesn't want to move the 7 much at all. I can't tell if he can hit part of the 7 there or not.
Well, I think he can.
Because if he can, he might be able to run the cue ball into the 8. Maybe even defend himself.
I'm pretty sure he can hit this, you know.
This is a very, very important shot here, Mark. This is
what's his win the set?
Win the set or give Darren the opportunity to tie it hill-hill. He can definitely hit it. Not cue ball size off the side. Ooh, I didn't think he could get past the 8 ball.
Did he call the bank?
I guess he must have, but I was surprised. It looked like he couldn't get past the 8 ball if he hit it with draw, but he could.
What a great effort that was.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to hit it lower to slow the cue ball down a bit, so that way if he missed the bank, he could at least leave the cue ball behind the 8 and the 9. I think he had just enough angle to do that.
Darren will be going for this. He's got it. Even if he doesn't get past the 8, that's okay. Any kind of little nudge on the 8 was guaranteed a shot. Well, the first set went hill-hill.
Come off the side rail a bit. Very nice. Now he draws back 1, possibly 2 rails.
You're drawing this, definitely not running it round.
I don't think he has an angle to avoid the scratch. I don't know. I think he has to definitely hit it low here. He has an angle where if he were to hit it with follow, he would scratch.
Oh, he played it lovely. Well, we are going hill-hill. Darren will be breaking. If he can come up with a good break, get a nice layout, the match is his. Really is a great battle. And we're going to get the conclusion of it. We're going to keep you waiting for a couple of minutes. Here we go then. It's do or die. The loser.
Let's see if our key here is make sure that you maintain control of that cue ball.
Yeah, he's had a couple of scratches, hasn't he? A few dry. Oh, talk about control of the cue ball. Well, he's still getting kicked.
And he made a ball.
Where's the one ball?
He can
just
see
got
it.
kicked. He can see it. Oh, this could be it.
This is an opportunity to win the match. Look how good he hit that, Mark. He stopped the cue ball. He knows if he hits it bad, he might not just not make a ball, but sell out or scratch.
Mieszko looking on, thinking, right, where's the problem for Darren? Well, I can't see one. 1 to 2. 2 is in the open. 3 is by the 2.
He needs to make sure he doesn't go behind the 5 or the 9 or even the 4.
Yeah, I'm just drawing straight out here. How's he?
Well, you see, that's the thing. He knew if he hit it thin, he might have a little more movement than what he wanted, so he tried to hit it on the fuller side to hopefully slow down the speed of the cue ball, but unfortunately, he sacrificed the shot for position.
So close. Will he get another shot? I think he will, because there's no pocket for the one ball here. Just having a look.
Yeah, he has to play safe here. He doesn't have a choice here. Probably behind the 10. How'd he hit it, Mark?
Wow, it's a decent shot.
He might have leaked it a bit. He might have see the 1. He might be able to see enough of the 1 to cut it in.
Well, if he can, he's definitely going for it. Guaranteed position. No, he's going to bank it, is he?
Oh, no, he can't see it.
Oh,
no way.
He's kicking
no way.
it.
Funny, from here, it looks like he can, right?
Yeah, there looks like a gap between the 4 and the 10.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Well, this is Mieszko's opportunity to take it
needs to play some
and
kind
force
of
a
carom.
shootout.
Can we suffer a shootout?
Well, I think here, if he's able to hit the 1 ball and hit like the side of the 2, the cue ball he's giving the cue ball a chance to escape once it comes off the 2 in the rail. Oh, look at that.
Nicely played. Play a little drag here.
That was a pretty interesting shot. I actually like that shot. Came off the rail and hit the 2. Yeah, risky, because if he doesn't hit the 3 dead on, he could be in a bit of trouble. But it paid off.
Yeah, here's the key shot. Get on the 4 nicely. Well, this has been thoroughly entertaining.
Yes, it has. Just the right angle to end up on that side for the 5. For a second there, he thought he overhit it. He hit it a little bit, but not by much. But Mieszko is definitely the favorite to get out from here, Mark.
Well, get that 10 ball polished up, because we're going to be using it very, very shortly. Not just to win this game, but to win the shootout. This is one of those instances, Tony, you're going to need to pot it more than once to win the match.
Yeah. Don't kid yourself. How many times have you watched someone win a shootout by potting just 1? I've seen it. Very rare, but it's happened. You remember the time Aloysius Yap lost to Bader?
Yes, I do.
He missed 3 spot shots. Well, that's it. We're going to the shootout.
We are indeed. And if you don't know and haven't experienced a shootout, you're in for a treat, because this is where the players are put through sheer torture. And on your screens, you will see exactly what's going to happen. The green area is where they must place the cue ball for the first 4 innings. And they will swap from side to side, both playing from a side each. And then the highest score will win after 4 innings. If, however, and we've seen it many times, we are still level after that, it goes to sudden death. And there on your screens, you can see the 10 ball isn't in fact placed on the spot. It's where it's placed in the rack for 10 ball. So here we go. Darren Appleton, first up. He won the lag. He gets to choose whether he wants to go first or second and from which side he wants to start. So good luck to both of you guys. Thank you for the great entertainment. There's more to come.
And it was very entertaining.
Was he calling the pocket? You don't have to call the pocket. Yeah, come on, guys. Get out the line of the shot, please.
And as a reminder, there is a shot clock for the spot shot.
Yeah, Darren just, well, he's not happy. Yeah, he's just saying he wants the shot clock reset because of the disturbance.
Well, he said there were a couple of people twice that they moved right in his line of sight.
Oh, and he's missed it.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about that.
He's not going to be happy
It's
about that.
unfortunate.
Yeah, there's no reason for people to be stood.
And Mieszko shoots these spot shots so well.
Yeah, he hits them hard from memory. Darren overcutting that one by quite some distance. Straight in it goes. So now they will swap sides. To the other side of the table, referee Dwayne Payne will place that 10 ball with the white side up very, very precisely. What they did find was when the players were doing it on their own on the outside tables, this is before we had referees around at all the tables, the players, as you know, pool players, getting any little edge they can, were turning the stripe on the cue ball on the 10 ball as an aiming point.
Right.
So they come up with this.
Saturn,
yeah.
Nice, very nice. Hit the heart of the pocket there.
Well, at one time, Darren was on a different planet to most players. Deep in concentration. Very close to the side rail here, Tony.
Probably because he's a lefty. Wants to make sure that he can bridge comfortably. I like to put it closer to the rail when I'm on the opposite side.
Yeah, it's a bridge thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I much prefer that from the other side, being a lefty.
He realized that he almost missed that one. Kind of like banked it in. He's relieved.
Yeah, you know, it's.
You're always relieved when you make it.
It's nice to see you know, he's sometimes known for being a bit angry sometimes, but he's a good lad. He's very quiet.
Oh yeah, he's a great kid. Him and I share the same birthday. We're both born on April 1st.
Well, that makes a lot of sense now. Then, is that why they called it Fool's Day?
It's April Fool's Day, but we're no fools.
Ain't no fool.
Well, let's see how Darren does with this one. Yep.
Ooh. Well, and he's taken a lot of pace off of that, and good job he has, because it wouldn't have gone any harder. Oof, played it off 3 rails. Well, not happy again at something in the audience. Hold yourself together, Darren. So we're level, but slight advantage to Mieszko. He still has his shot to come.
And the only way this is going sudden death is if Mieszko misses one and Darren makes it. And Darren must make this shot.
Yeah. And if he does, even if he does, if Mieszko makes his next one, that's it. Could all be over this shot. Don't forget, guys, coming up 5 o'clock, Alex Kazakis versus David Alcadi, a repeat of that very, very famous Masters final when, well, Alcadi ended up on his knees, but for a good reason, celebrating. Alex Kazakis missed that 9 ball. Remember it well. Can Darren make this 10 ball to stay in? He can, and that's brave for you. That's heart. He's got heart. That's one thing he has got.
Always had that. There was never a doubt about that.
Well, get off your phone, Darren. He's not watching one of his own instructional videos, do you think, is he?
You'd be surprised. There are players. I'm one of them. I'm known to do that. Sometimes I keep notes to myself when I'm having a good day, and you have to read them to remind yourself what it is that you're doing.
Well, I remember Michael Yednak, and I think it was at Michigan last year, actually. He was making notes on his cue case.
I believe that. Mike's very dedicated. This is for the match.
And in it goes. Fist pump comes. We'll be back as he blows a kiss to the crowd. We'll be back at 5 p.m. David Alcadi versus Alex Kazakis. Tony Robles, thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mark.
And I've been Mark White. See you soon.